When you think about dominance in sports, you think about Lionel Messi, Michael Jordan, Novak Djokovic. But none of them compare to the absolute monsters who've dominated professional darts. These are the players who have won the most PDC titles, and some of these numbers are genuinely insane. Let's get into it. Number 10, Adrian Lewis, 45 PDC titles. Alright, starting off our top 10, we got Adrian Lewis, two-time world champion, 45 PDC titles, and one of the most naturally gifted players the sport has ever seen. Lewis burst onto the scene in the late 2000s and immediately started winning everything. Back-to-back world championships in 2011 and 2012. He was Phil Taylor's protege, and for a while, people thought he might actually surpass the power. But here's the thing with Adrian. Consistency wasn't his strong suit. When he was on, he was unstoppable. When he wasn't, he'd lose in the first round. Still, 45 titles is an incredible career. And those 2 world championships put him in elite company. Number 9, John Part, 47 PDC titles. John Part, Darth Maple, the Canadian legend, 47 PDC titles and 3 world championships. Part was one of the first players to prove that darts wasn't just a UK-European sport. He came from Canada, dominated on the world stage, and paved the way for players from all over the globe. 3 world championships, multiple major wins. And he did it all with one of the most technical, precise throwing styles in the game. Not flashy, just brutally effective. Number 8, Peter Wright, 50 PDC titles. Snakebite Peter Wright, 50 PDC titles and counting, including 2 world championships. Now, Peter Wright is impossible to miss. The mohawks, the multicolored hair, the outfits that look like he raided a costume shop. But don't let the appearance fool you. This man is an absolute killer on the Oki. Wright didn't win his first world championship until he was 50 years old. 50. Most athletes are retired by then. Wright was just getting started. He won again in 2022, and he's still competing at the highest level today. 50+ titles, still adding to his legacy, and one of the most entertaining players to watch. Number 7, Rob Cross, 52 PDC titles. Rob Cross, aka Voltage, came out of nowhere and shocked the entire darts world. See, Cross was an electrician. He was working a normal job playing darts on the side, and in 2017 he earned his tour card through Q School. Just made it in. And then, in his first year as a professional, he won the World Championship. Beat Phil Taylor in the final. Phil Taylor's last ever match. You can't write a better story than that. Since then, Cross has racked up 52 PDC titles and established himself as one of the elite players in the world. From electrician to world champion in 1 year. Absolutely insane. Number 6, Gerwin Price, 55 PDC titles. The Iceman, Gerwin Price, 55 titles, world champion, and the most controversial player on this list. Price used to be a professional rugby player. He gave it up to focus on darts, and it paid off big time. He won the World Championship in 2021, became world number 1, and has been a dominant force ever since. But Price is known for more than just his titles. The celebrations, the screaming, the intensity. This man gets under opponents' skin like nobody else. He's been fined, warned, and criticized more than any other top player. But you know what? He keeps winning. 55 titles and counting. Love him or hate him, you can't deny the results. Number 5, Dave Chisnall, 60 PDC titles. Chizzy, Dave Chisnall, 60 PDC titles. No world championship, and the best player to never win the big one. Chisnall has been so close so many times. Multiple world championship semifinals, a ton of major finals. He's beaten everyone in the sport at some point, but that world championship win keeps eluding him. Still, 60 titles is an incredible achievement. He's one of the most consistent players of the past decade, and when he's on form, he can beat anyone. The world championship will come eventually. It has to. Number 4, James Wade, 65 PDC titles. Wade actually has 66 PDC titles now. The machine keeps grinding, keeps winning, and keeps adding to his total. 1 world championship, multiple major titles, and he's been doing it for nearly 20 years. Wade doesn't get the recognition he deserves because he's not flashy, but the man is an absolute legend. 65 titles, That's more than most players will ever dream of. Number 3, Raymond van Barneveld. 70-plus PDC titles combined. Barney, Raymond van Barneveld. If we're counting his entire professional career, BDO and PDC combined, this man has over 100 titles. But focusing just on his PDC career, he's still sitting at 70 titles. 1 PDC World Championship, 2007, that insane comeback against Phil Taylor. Multiple Premier League titles, countless major wins. Van Barneveld is one of the most beloved players in darts history. The Dutch fans worship him. His rivalry with Phil Taylor gave us some of the greatest matches ever played. And even now, in his 50s, he's still competing. Barney is darts royalty, plain and simple. Number 2, Michael van Gerwen. 154 PDC titles. Mighty Mike, MVG. Michael van Gerwen. 154 PDC titles. 3 World Championships. 5 Premier League titles. Dominant on a level that only one other player has ever matched. When MVG is in his form, he's unstoppable. 110-plus averages, 9 darters, ridiculous finishes. He makes the game look easy. From 2014 to 2020, Van Gerwen was the best player on the planet. And it wasn't even close. He was winning multiple tournaments every month. The consistency was absurd. And here's the crazy part. He's still going, still winning, still adding to that title count. 154 titles, and he's not even close to done. MVG has dominated the PDC era more than anyone except one man. Number 1, Phil Taylor. 214 PDC titles. Phil Taylor, 214 PDC titles. 16 World Championships. Let me say that again. 16 World Championships. There's no debate. Phil Taylor is the most dominant darts player who has ever lived, and it's not even close. When the PDC split from the BDO in 1993, Phil Taylor became the face of the organization. And for the next 25 years, he absolutely demolished everyone in his path. 16 World Championships. 16. Michael Jordan has 6 NBA titles. Tom Brady has 7 Super Bowls. Phil Taylor has 16 World Championships in darts. But it's not just the World Championships. It's the 214 total PDC titles. That's averaging over 8 titles per year for his entire career. 8 titles a year for 25 years. The man was winning tournaments that other players didn't even know existed. Major titles, minor titles, exhibition titles. If there was a trophy, Phil Taylor was winning it. And he didn't just win. He changed what was possible. Before Phil, players were happy to average 90. Phil was averaging 105 plus. He forced everyone to level up just to compete. His mental game was unmatched. His consistency was robotic. His ability to perform under pressure was legendary. If Phil Taylor needed a double to win, he was hitting it. Simple as that. Even now, 5 years after retirement, Phil Taylor's record seems untouchable. MVG is the only player who even has a chance at catching him, and even that's a long shot. 214 PDC titles, 16 World Championships, the greatest darts player of all time. And it's not even a conversation. Let's put this in perspective. Phil Taylor has 214 titles. Second place, MVG has 154. That's a gap of 60 titles. That gap alone is bigger than most elite players' entire careers. That's dominance on a level that sport has rarely seen. And unlike other sports where eras are different and you can debate across generations, Phil Taylor competed against MVG, against Cross, against everyone in the modern era, and still retired as the best. Unreal. These are the players who have won the most PDC titles, from Dave Chisnall's 60-plus to Phil Taylor's mind-blowing 214. These players have defined what it means to be elite in professional darts. Some of them are still playing, still adding to their totals. Others have retired, their legacy secured. But all of them have one thing in common. They're champions. And if you're wondering how darts even got to this point, how it went from a pub game to a sport where players can win 200-plus professional titles and earn millions, well, I've got the perfect video for you. Check out how darts went from pub game to global sport to see the full story of how this game transformed into the massive professional sport it is today. It's an insane journey. And trust me, you'll want to see how it happened. So what are you waiting for? Click it. Right there. You see it. Go, watch it.